Wow, that's not something that happens every day. The former expedition cruise ship Ocean Endeavour has been chartered to provide accommodation to Danish and NATO troops serving in Greenland. The ship arrived in Nuuk, Greenland on February 1st and is to remain in Greenland to provide housing during the exercise Arctic Endurance. Let's take a look at this move for today's video. First off, according to marine traffic data, the Portugal-flagged passenger vessel Ocean Endeavour departed Ouistreham, France on January 23rd, arriving in Nuuk on the 1st of February. The vessel is 137 metres in length and was built in 1982. Marine traffic adds that the ship previously operated as a polar expedition vessel in Arctic and Antarctic regions. On charter from Sunstone Marine Group, the ship has an interesting history. Indeed, it was built in Poland in 1982 as a Soviet passenger ferry and only later became a cruise ship in the early 2000s. Ocean Endeavour is 12,900 gross tons and is designed to accommodate 190 passengers along with a crew and staff of 124. It has 2 restaurants, a lounge, a library, a theatre for lectures, and a gym with a sauna. Moored in Nuuk, Ocean Endeavour is said to be playing the role of a floating barracks in order to ease pressure on local hotels in Greenland's capital, a city where tourist accommodations are already relatively scarce. Danish Defence also noted that it was also an alternative to establishing temporary facilities on land. Furthermore, being a cruise ship moored to the edge of town means the troops do not interfere with tourists and other visitors to the island. The website The Maritime Executive highlights that the exercise had been planned since last year and is not a response to the Trump administration's desire to take control of the Danish territory in and of itself. However, in response to Trump's assertions that the territory needs a stronger US presence due to a weak posture from European forces, NATO participation in the exercise was expanded. Denmark highlights that the exercise will run throughout 2026 and is being led by the 90 permanent personnel of the Arctic Command, but will see participation from the militaries of France, Germany, Sweden, Norway, Finland, the Netherlands, Iceland, and Belgium. Danish Armed Forces says that at sea is a permanent cadre of inspection vessels and patrol ships which are continuously present around the Faroe Islands and Greenland. This has more recently been reinforced by a frigate. It's added that some of the ships are currently conducting training alongside the French frigate Bretagne, which has joined the exercise near Iceland. In late January, the Danish Armed Forces said that in the coming weeks, Danish F-35 fighter aircraft will participate in exercise activities in close cooperation with one of the Royal Danish Air Force's Challenger transport aircraft, as well as a French MRTT aerial refueling aircraft. The aircraft will conduct patrol flights from Iceland along Greenland's east coast. On land, Danish soldiers from the Engineer Regiment and the Jutland Dragoon Regiment are deployed in Nuuk and Contribee. From these locations, they will train through a range of different disciplines over the coming weeks, including the protection of critical infrastructure and patrol operations and winter warfare skills. Contribee also sees Danish forces training with a contingent from the French army. So, while we're sure that Danish and other NATO troops will be hard at work during exercise Arctic Endurance, it's also pretty cool to be housed on what would normally be a cruise ship for civilians. Hopefully, seasickness isn't too big an issue for the ship's occupants. What do you think of this move by organisers of the exercise? Let us know by leaving a comment.